I'm Conrad Snook and I'm a guitarist. I live in a studio and I do tons of gigs. Let's see me tick off 6 gigs in one weekend. You have to excuse me if I waffle on a bit. I'm trying to get used to chatting to the camera, so bear with. I thought this weekend would be a good one to document because I've got 6 gigs in the 2 days. 4 of those are theatre shows where I'm playing in the pit, and then 2 cover band gigs. That's pretty busy for me, but not absolutely crazy. I'm quite used to doing multiple gigs over a weekend or even in the same day with different acts. So although this is pretty busy, it's not completely alien to me, but I thought it would be interesting for some people to see what I do. So I thought I'd sort of document it as best I could. I'm currently on the way to Hereford from the studio, which is where the theatre is, and then this evening I'll be driving across to Worcester after the 2 theatre shows for tonight's gig with the cover band, and then I've got a similar sort of day tomorrow. So I'm going to do my best to shoot as much as I can and show you what I get up to in a weekend of a busy weekend of gigging. So first things first, I have to get loaded in and get my gear down into the pit. This is the less glamorous side of the theatre, but nevertheless where I have to get set up. Got my Kemper, got my guitars in the rack, and now it's time to tune up, usually while the cast do their vocal warm-ups, and then I'm all set for the first show. So all of that crazy arpeggio tapping nonsense is followed up with some simple acoustic playing to finish the show off. Then I like to leave everything set up, tuned up, ready to go before heading to the gym. Lifting has always been quite a big part of my life, as I used to compete at a reasonably high level. Nowadays I just do it for fun, as some sort of stress relief, and to try and stay in some kind of shape. Then it's back to the theatre, a cheeky pose in the dressing room, before a shower, a skier bowl to refuel, and then back in the pit for the next show. That concludes the second gig of the day. Now to pack down, load the car up, and get myself across to Worcester for gig number 3. A massive thanks to my awesome bandmates on this one who had got to the gig well before me, set up the PA and everything else, as they knew I'd be pushed for time, and all I had to do was set up my own gear and then crack on with the gig. Absolute legends. By the time this gig had finished and we packed down, it was about 2 a.m. and a drive home takes about an hour. So I was well and truly looking forward to my bed by now. A quick bit of sleep, big mug of coffee, load the car, and then back out for 3 more gigs. Yep, that's me probably practicing some guitar parts in my head. Anyway, I'm back in the theatre, I'm all set up, wide awake and raring to go. Gig 4 of the weekend done. Some clowning around in the green room, plenty of coffee, time to tune my guitars up, and then straight back on it. At this point in the show, I always had to concentrate, and not because of the playing, but because the next song requires me to change guitar. I do this while some onstage dialogue is going on. This section is often improvised, so the time I had to change guitars would always vary, but it was never more than about 30 seconds. In this time, I have to make sure I'm muted, try not to tangle myself up in my guitar lead, and quietly change guitars. Then I just have time to check my tuning and make sure I was all set whilst listening out for the click to count me in for the next song. That's gig number 5 done and dusted. Now to get across town and set up in time to see the weekend out with an absolutely wild gig with the band. Thanks to anyone that made it this far in the video. Please let me know your thoughts and any ideas for future videos I can do as a working musician. I'm heading out to Nashville in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to try and do my best to vlog while I'm there. Catch you next time.